Hey everyone, Dale here with Renewable Innovations. Summer is just right around the corner, and that means spending a whole lot more time outdoors. One thing that has absolutely exploded over the last few years is portable power stations. Whether you're charging phones at the beach, running a portable refrigerator while camping, or keeping your tools powered during a project, there are more options today than ever before. So today we're focusing on the small to mid-size portable battery stations that most people can actually throw in their trucks or bring along on a weekend trip. These are the batteries that are designed to make life a little easier while you're out enjoying the summer weather. So which portable battery gives you the most bang for your buck? Well, let's find out. Now I figured this would be an easy comparison. Find 4 batteries that were roughly the same size, compare the specs, pick a winner, and you know what, call it a day. Yeah, not even close. These manufacturers build everything from little batteries that can barely keep a laptop charged all day to units capable of running refrigerators and air conditioners and power tools. Comparing them isn't nearly as straightforward as I expected. After spending way too much time digging through spec sheets, prices, checking online reviews and features, I managed to narrow it down to 4 portable power stations that I think represent 4 very different buyers. We've got the Enphase IQ Power Pack, the Jackery Home Power 3000, the Anker Solex F3000, and the EcoFlow Delta 3. But before we get too far in today's comparison, I want to thank today's sponsor, AP Systems. You've probably heard me talk about AP Systems EZ1 microinverter. It's one of my favorite products for anyone looking for a really simple way to start generating their own electricity. This DIY microinverter can be set up in a couple of minutes by just plugging in a solar panel and then plugging it directly into a standard 120 volt outlet, and voila, you're generating power and saving money. If you'd like to learn more and order your EZ1, you can use the link along with the discount code DALE down in the description below. Let's start comparing some batteries. First up is the Enphase IQ Power Pack. The IQ Power Pack delivers roughly 1500 watts of continuous power with a 1500 watt hour lithium iron phosphate battery. That's roughly 1.5 kilowatt hours. That's enough power for lights, charging devices, fans, televisions, got a good amount of appliances that you could charge off of it for sure. It weighs about 46 pounds, which is definitely manageable, although I probably wouldn't want to carry it very far. Enphase actually sells a nice little dolly for it, which is something you'll want if you're taking it to the beach. The power pack includes 4 120 volt AC outlets, USB-C ports, USB-A ports, and overall it's exactly what I'd expect from Enphase. It's clean, well built, and feels like a premium product. Now, here's where things become a little harder to justify, and you'll understand as we continue comparing. The current selling price is around $1,000. That's where I started asking myself, what else can I buy for that kind of money? And next up, we have Jackery. Jackery is honestly the brand that comes to mind when most people think about portable power stations. The Home Power 3000 is honestly a beast. It delivers 3,600 watts of continuous output with a 3 kilowatt hour battery capacity. It'll even surge up to 7,200 watts, making it capable of handling startup loads that many smaller batteries simply can't handle. But here's something I really like besides having, the standard 4 120 volt outlets, the USB-C and USB-A ports. It includes a TT30 RV outlet. So if you've got a travel trailer or a motor home, that's a huge advantage because you can plug it directly into your RV without buying adapters or trying to make something work that really wasn't designed for it. But here's what honestly surprised me the most. This thing currently sells for around 1,300 bucks. So for a little more money than the Enphase IQ Power Pack, you're getting roughly twice the battery capacity, more than twice the continuous power, and dedicated RV functionality. That's honestly a pretty hard thing to ignore. Now, before we move on to the next battery, I want to take a second to segue to another sponsor, Slazik Electric. If you're in the greater Los Angeles area and you're looking for an electrician, these are the guys I recommend. I've worked with Anton and his team, and I've seen firsthand the quality of their work. Whether you need a 200 amp panel upgrade, an EV charger installed, a chandelier hung, an ADU wired from rough into finish, Slazik Electric does it all. One thing I really appreciate is they do things the right way. They pull the permits, work with the inspectors, communicate with their homeowners, and actually take pride in the finished product. So if you're in the LA area and you've got an electrical project coming up, use the link down in the description below to receive up to $500 off your first service. Back to the batteries. We have the biggest surprise of today's comparison, the Anker Solex F3000. And I'll be honest, when Anker first announced they were getting into portable batteries a few years back, I thought, aren't these guys the phone charger dudes? Well, turns out they know how to build solid batteries too. And the Solex delivers 3,600 watts of continuous output backed by a 3 kilowatt hour battery pack. Now, it is the heaviest battery in today's comparison at roughly 92 pounds, but unlike everyone else, Anker leaned into that. Instead of pretending 90 pounds is portable, they built wheels and a telescopic handle directly into the battery. You get multiple AC outlets, USB ports, a TT30 RV outlet, and enough power to comfortably run just about anything you'd want while on the job site or traveling. The price of this unit isn't too bad either, coming in at around $1,300 as well. For what you're getting, I honestly think this is probably one of the strongest values in today's comparisons. Now, last up, we have EcoFlow, and EcoFlow has become incredibly popular because they approach the portable battery market a little differently. Rather than simply building the biggest battery possible, they focused on portability and ridiculously fast charging. The Delta 3 delivers 3,400 watts of continuous power when using the X Boost mode and it using 2 kilowatt hour battery. Now on paper, that's the second smallest battery we've talked about today, but it's also the one that weighs the lightest at 45 pounds. Its biggest advantage, charging speed. EcoFlow claims it'll charge from 0 to 80% in about 1 hour. It's a little more than an hour, but I mean, that's really impressive. And then you look at the price at around $800. For someone who doesn't need multiple days of backup power, that's a really compelling package. So after looking at all four of these, what do you think? I don't think there's a bad choice here. The power pack is what I'd expect from Enphase. Premium quality, excellent reputation, and built by a company I do trust. I just think the pricing makes it difficult to compete once you start looking at what other competing brands are offering. Jackery is the heavyweight. If you've got an RV, want long run times, or simply need the biggest battery and surge capabilities for your money, it's really hard not to recommend taking a serious look at this product. But I gotta admit, Anker honestly surprised me the most with a smart design, built-in wheels, lots of power, plenty of storage, RV capabilities, and a very competitive price. This is probably the sleeper of today's comparison. Then, of course, there's EcoFlow. If portability is actually important, I think this is the one I'd be grabbing for beach trips, weekend camping, backyard parties, or even tailgating. It's light enough that you won't dread carrying it, and it charges incredibly fast if you need to charge it an hour before your trip. It also is the cheapest at $800, which just makes it, really easy on the wallet. The biggest takeaway from today's comparison is pretty simple. Don't buy more battery than you actually need. Figure out what you're actually going to use the battery for and buy accordingly. Now, in the next video, we're going to go in a completely different direction. I'm going to actually compare from some of these manufacturers, their larger portable battery systems that can actually serve as emergency backup power for your home during an outage. That's a completely different class of products, and I think it deserves its own dedicated comparison. So make sure you're subscribed for that one. If you're interested in any of the portable batteries we talked about today, I have affiliate links for all of them down in the description below for Amazon. And while you're down there, don't forget to check out AP Systems Easy One using my link and discount code if you've been thinking about getting into a DIY solar system. It's great for everyone. I think it's really one of the best products available for beginners, and I'm really excited to see what AP System does with their upcoming battery integration. Yeah, they have their battery coming for this product too. As always, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. I'm Dale with Renewable Innovations, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.